first of all, Shannon, from a personal perspective, this last weekend was your first appearance of the season.
Mhm.
I understand maybe you had some injuries to work through before that. How did it feel finally getting that first taste of the pitch?
No, always good. It's always good to help contribute to the team first and foremost. But play the game you love, right, and have fun doing that. I think that's something I never take for granted. But yeah, obviously I had to. Body wasn't feeling great in preseason, leading up to the first couple of games. But I was able to continue doing that work and hone down on my craft and be able to be ready for when that moment was there. And I think I, kind of grabbed that moment with, both hands.
Yeah, Carlos spoke highly of you, so. And for you guys, previous couple games before last week had not been the best, a couple losses, but then you guys turned it around, 2 wins in 4 days. As you're an example of, a lot of different guys getting to play, getting that moment. What was it like for the squad having that turnaround?
No, I think it was fun. I think it was fun in the sense of it's showing that our team, no matter the jersey number or the name on the back, I think we're all ready to fight for the badge, right? This is what the city represents, and I think we have a great group of guys who represents that, and I think we're starting to show that we're not fearful of putting a lineup onto the field, no matter who it is, because we trust and believe in our game plan. We trust and believe in what we're doing and the work we're putting in out here, and we trust that it's going to translate onto the field. I know the guys was ready for that moment, and you could feel the energy in the locker room, right? And and soccer is a funny sport. We all know that you have your highs and lows, but ultimately, like we're finding, the things that work for us and continue to strengthen our strengths and work on our weaknesses. And I think that last game was a good testament of the work we've been putting in, and each and every individual, doing their best to make sure we get the best possible outcome on the weekend for SAFC.
And you mentioned in there strengthening the strengths, working on the weaknesses. What do you think some of y'all's strengths and weaknesses have been so far this season?
I think the strength is the collective. I think the strength is us being able to just kind of think about how we play and trust in that. I think that's our strength. I think our strength is knowing what we're good at and sticking to that. And, that's what we try to demonstrate game in, game out. And when you talk about weaknesses, there's little things, little gray areas in the game where you can fix, right? I'm not going to sit down and try to point out what a weakness is. Like, we know how soccer works. Like, there's certain things that work, something doesn't work in the game. There's a lot of moving parts to it. But I do know that when you come out here is the best place to correct them. It could be a set piece. It could be turning our back when the ball is in motion and the team's trying to play fast and stuff like that, right? I wouldn't necessarily say it's a weakness, right? But you have to say the positive to what a strength is. The opposite to what a strength is, right? So I wouldn't necessarily say it's a weakness. I think it's more like a focus thing and continue staying focused on the task at hand, because it's a 90-plus minute game, and each moment in the game is very defining for what the end of the game is going to look like. So no, I think we're strong as a unit, and the way we play is our strength, and we need to continue believing in that and believing in the way we play, and it's going to get us across the finish line at the end of the day. And yeah, just continue working together.
Talked about focusing on the task at hand.
Mm-hmm.
In a couple days, you go to Rhode Island. I don't know if you guys are aware, but you're opening their stadium there. It's their first home match of the season.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like going into that kind of occasion, that kind of environment?
Well, I think if you look back into early in the season, Oakland opened played in a new venue at the start of the year, and I think it's another game in the season where you're not focused on the moment for them or what they have going on. You're focused on yourself and what your game plan is going in there, and you try to make that environment into yours, right? How you do that, you try to execute in every moment, right? It's not going to be perfect, but the way you respond in every play and the way you carry about yourself in that game and your professionalism and your savvy in that game is going to get you through, and I think that's what we're looking forward to most.
And I don't even know if you'll necessarily be playing on Saturday, but from what I was looking at with Rhode Island, they may be a team that likes to get forward on the wings a little more, cross a little more. How do you feel going up against a team that may be looking to create from those areas, since that's kind of where you're trying to prevent them?
Yeah, I know. It's always a good challenge, right? It puts a smile on your face, and you're just like, all right, what's next, right? You're a competitor. If you're a true competitor through and through, then you do know that when new challenges arrive, no matter who you're playing against, it's a new challenge for you. You're just like, well, I can't wait to, show what I can do against, a team like this. And then the next week, and you play against a team that throws a different curveball, and you're just like, all right, the first thing you're taught as a player is to adapt, right? And in these moments, this is where we adapt. And I think, it's a challenge. It's a challenge for everybody and a challenge worth embracing.
Against Phoenix, you beat a team, you beat them in the Jägermeister Cup, and you also beat a team that handed your first loss of the season. So how satisfying was that for you and the guys?
I'll go back to a point I said about, it's about us and how we respond in moments. I think that was a great response into, all right, you beat us at home. We're not going in there thinking, oh, you're at home, we want to do the same thing. No, we're just like, if we execute and we believe in what we're doing, we're going to get the result at the end of the day. So it was one of them, but then when you think back on it, I was like, oh, you guys beat us at home, and we able to return the favor when you're at home, right? So then you feel good walking. You walk out there with a smile, and you're just like, okay, what's next, right? You enjoy the moment when it's there, and then you just kind of go back to the drawing board. How can I fix certain things in the game, and how can I strengthen my strengths again, as I said earlier? So it was definitely a satisfying feeling. It's always satisfying when you get 3 points, and the city's up, so that's fun, and we want to continue doing that a lot of times this season.
With your game back, you're playing at home. What is it like with the fans being there, seeing you out there playing again?
For me, it's an emotional moment for me because I know how much I love the city, how much I love this club, and how much I know every time I put on that shirt, I never take it for granted. I never take the crest for granted. I know how much this club has supported me and stood by me, and I know that to whom much is given, much is expected. And I know when you go out there, you got to give 110%. These people work really hard. They spend their hard-earned money to come and see you play. They deserve 110%, right? They deserve your best. Whatever your best is, they deserve your best. And it's very exciting and emotional moment for me to see that and feel the love of the city and give back to them as well. So I think we have a great relationship.
Yeah, even after like a win, you guys always go to the crowd, but now there's something newer about this after a win where you guys jump to the crowd. Like, what is all that?
I think it's an appreciation for them being the 12th man for us, right? Like we were out there grinding and trying to get 3 points, and they're behind us. You're 90+ minute. You're hearing the drums. You're hearing them shouting. You're hearing them sometimes going at the opposition, right? And you're just like, all right, like they're behind us. We have everything we need. We just need to put in the work on the field, right? And we've been doing that. We've been trying to work hard as we can to make sure that at the end of the day that we're well prepared to give a good showing on the weekend. You train X amount of days in a week to perform for one day, right? So it's all about execution, and I think they help us get over the finish line, right? Sometimes it's coming down to crucial moments in the game, and sometimes you make a nice tackle, a last-ditch tackle, and you just hear the crowd behind you. It's that warm feeling that you're just like, I love these people. I love playing here, and you wish you could play every game at home, right? Because of the fans and because of, how they love us and how they show up for us. So we never take that for granted at all. And, giving that back to them at the end of the game, thank you guys for being with us 90+ minutes through the grind. You guys make it worth it for us. There's no us without them, and there's no them without us.
Short last question. I mean, like you're saying, like in that moment, you're on the field, like you're zoned out, and you somehow does that like those drums, those fans, like, what does that give that extra push?
That's that extra bit of energy that you need, right? Because sometimes you're having a tough moment and someone's clapping right next to them and they're like, come on, you got it, go again, And sometimes you can't hear it. It's very loud, sorry. And sometimes you can't hear and it's very loud, and you just hear a fan that, like, they believe in you, right? And there's no reason for you to not believe in yourself at that moment, right? So I think that's the extra bit of jolt that you need to be like, you know what, like, yeah, let's go. Come on, let's win this game. And sometimes you need that. And in games especially, you have fans traveling on the road as well too, and it's a special moment for them because they love their club, right? So why not give them something to celebrate at the end of the day for their hard work as well too? So I do know what that means. I knew that bit of energy coming on to end of games or even in the middle of games, sometimes you want to turn around a result. I know it means a lot. We've seen it when we came back from 2-0 down 2 times this season. They've been there. They've been there through it all. And sun, rain, or shine, they're going to show up for us, and we know that. So it's exciting to have them behind us.